This around the world exercise is about as useful as a bowl of tits. Yet there are a ton of influencers that claim you can get a six-pack while doing it because it looks cool and it gets them more views. And while there are other more useful kettlebell core exercises, like a suitcase carry or plank pull-throughs, sometimes it's just nice to add some variety, which is why today I'll be sharing 3 epic kettlebell core exercises you've never tried before to take your core training up a notch. And the best part is that these 3 exercises are done from 3 different positions. Don't make it weird. Just stick around to the end because this last exercise is a game changer. Now the first exercise of the day adds a nice flair to a core training classic. And no, I'm not talking about the plank. I'm talking about the hollow body hold, only we're not just going to do a static hollow body. We're going to take it up a notch with a hollow body pullover, which is accomplished by grabbing the kettlebell by the horns and reaching the bell overhead with straight elbows, which is extremely demanding on the rectus abdominis, aka the six-pack muscle, because the whole goal of this exercise is to maintain contact between our lower back and the ground, and it's our abs that prevent us from being pulled apart as we lower the kettlebell overhead. And trust me when I say 6 to 10 slow controlled reps for 3 to 4 sets is plenty on this one. Oh, and if you're having a hard time maintaining contact between your lower back and the ground, you can easily modify this exercise by simply bending the elbows or even bending one or both knees, so no matter what your current ability level is, you'll be able to find a variation that is challenging for you. And while this exercise is a core burner, this next exercise challenges the core in a different way and unlocks one of the most underrated skills that translates to athletic core development. And in order to execute it, I'll be... Did I make it weird? Exercise number 2 is done from the half kneeling position and is known as the half kneeling, half halo to downward chop. And the beauty of this exercise is it teaches us to shift our weight to decelerate an object, which puts a large stretch into our obliques that we can then leverage for rotational power in the upward phase of the exercise. The key to this exercise is learning to use your weight to counter the weight of the kettlebell, to decelerate it, because rotational core strength isn't just about accelerating objects like swinging an axe, it's also about decelerating them. So if your right knee is up, you'll chop downward like you're drawing a line from your right shoulder down to left hip. And this is where the weight shift occurs. As you shift your weight towards that lead leg while rotating through the upper back, before bringing the kettlebell back around the head and framing your face on the side of the downward leg and repeating the process. Now, this exercise may not cause that burning sensation in your core musculature like the hollow body pullover does, but it is an amazing prerequisite before doing more explosive rotational movements like this functional swing bag halo, because the 3 points of contact from the half kneeling position provides us with more stability from our base than the 2 points of contact we have in a standing rotational exercise. If you've never thought about points of contact in relation to core training, smash that like button and stick around for the final exercise. Now, if you recall, in the beginning of this video, I promised to show you a game changer of a core exercise. And when it comes to functional core training, I can't help but think of the explosive rotational movements our core plays a role in, like throwing objects or splitting wood, and the kickstand rotational swing helps develop this rotational power about the core far better than something like a Russian twist due to the amount of force we can produce with our feet underneath us versus sitting on our butt. So to execute this exercise, you'll take a shoulder width stance with the big toe of your back foot slightly behind the heel of the front foot and hinge with a flat back, just like you would for a standard kettlebell swing, with the biggest difference being that you are actually going to take the kettlebell over the lead leg rather than between your legs, and rotate through your shoulders roughly 45 degrees before swinging the bell up diagonally to the center of your chest, which trains your obliques to be powerful. And as long as you remember to rotate the kettlebell handle to roughly a 45-degree angle, you'll have no problem sweeping the kettlebell over the lead thigh while using your obliques to move some weight. Just keep in mind, this exercise is meant to be done in an explosive fashion, so really use your legs, particularly your lead leg, to drive the bell upward as you rotate. 6 to 10 reps per side is a great place to start for 3 to 4 sets on this one. Unfortunately, though, 3 exercises isn't enough to build a lean physique. So if you want to learn how to build muscle and shed body fat at the same time, check out this video here, and I'll see you on the next one.